Hey guys, we are live. Time to start our live stream, and I hope that everything is working. I hope that you see me. I hope that you hear me, and I hope that you see the chart. As always, the goal of this live stream will be to teach you how to trade, to teach you how to analyze the markets, how to execute the structure analysis, how to trade the price action patterns. I will try to show you how I analyze the markets. I will try to show you multiple examples of the trading setups that I personally trade, and I will do my best to teach you my trading strategy. Also, traders, remember that during this live streams we have a live chat here on YouTube, and during the live stream I will read this live chat. And what I want to ask you for, I want you to ask questions. I really appreciate when you ask your questions. I want to have a kind of dialogue with you, and I will do my best to answer all the questions in the chat. I have a separate screen for the chat, and here I see Patrick already, Andrew, nice to see Moni right here, Shafa, Rudra, the investor, and already questioned what is your thoughts on order block trading. I love order block trading, but I know nothing about that. I know that strategy exists, that it is very good, that it is very efficient. I know a couple of traders who use this trading strategy, but unfortunately that is not the field of my experience. I am a professional in structure trading and price action trading. Yes, and I will try to show you how exactly the structure and price action are combined together to spot the best trading opportunities. Nice to see Chris right here. Nice to see Michael. Nice to see Danny, Harry, Isaac, Nikki, Sayat, so many, Yanis, so many members here watching this live session. Truly appreciate that. Traders, let's warm up with pound dollar. I really wanted to share with you a shorting opportunity on pound dollar. We will analyze pound dollar together, and I will show you how exactly I'm looking for trading opportunities applying the so-called top-down approach. So when I analyze the chart, I always start with higher time frames, and most of the time, like 80% of the time, I start with the daily time frame. Daily time frame is very important because on a daily time frame we can identify the important structure levels, but also on a daily time frame our task is to identify the market trend. We identify the market trend, and then with the structures we are looking for the safe points from where we can catch the trend following movements or counter trend movements. Yes, so let's take a look what is happening on pound dollar, and let's discuss what is the situation right here. The first thing is to identify the market trend, and I guess traders, we can easily see that pound dollar pair is trading in a sharp bearish trend. You can see that the market is falling, the price keeps setting lower lows and low highs, and objectively the pair is very bearish. And now with it in mind, let's identify the key levels. The first structure that is spotted right here, very important structure, is based on that trend line. I hope you see this one right here, traders. The fact is that that trend line was respected 3 times in a row in the past. Yes, and 3 times in a row in the past, we saw very nice bearish movements from that. And the fact is that at the moment the market is approaching that trend line again. You can see that yesterday we tested that trend line, and here, even though we got a local breakout attempt of that, you can see that the market respected that and we closed below that trend line. Once we spotted that the market is trading in a bearish trend and that the market is currently trading on a strong structure, our next task will be to look for a confirmation. Yes, and there are different types of confirmations. Some traders apply, for example, order blocks as the confirmation. Some other traders apply indicators, for example, RSI or moving average. What I use as the confirmation is the reversal pattern that is formed on intraday timeframes. So our next task is to analyze intraday timeframes and check what is the situation there. I hope you follow, traders. I hope that everything is clear so far. Remember that if you have any questions about the setups that I share with you, please ask. Nice to see David Vikas right here. Nice to see you all. Thank you. So many questions already. Yeah, so many questions. I will answer all your questions, traders. Don't worry. I see a lot of questions about gold and silver already. Yeah, so after $, we'll definitely analyze them. By the way, give me yes in the chat, traders, if you want me to analyze gold and silver for you. So, returning back to $, pair. Here is our trend line, and here we are testing that right now. So let's investigate how the price reacts on lower time frames. You can see that now what I do, I open a 4-hour time frame, and on a 4-hour time frame, our task is to analyze the price action. Our task is to get how exactly the market is reacting. What we see right here is that once the market reached that trend line, here the price formed a very, very, very peculiar candlestick pattern formation. Take a look, traders. If we take that bullish candle and underline its range, you can see that here the price formed this very strong bullish candle, and then we were trading within the range of that candle. Such a candlestick pattern formation is called the inside bar, and the candles were trading within the range of the so-called mother's bar, the first candle within that formation. So the fact is that inside bar formation is the indecision pattern, and once it is formed, it implies that the market reached a fair value price, and for some time the market participants agree about current value of the asset. And the situation changes dramatically once the range of the mother's bar is broken. Its bullish breakout usually is a very strong bullish clue, and its bearish breakout usually is very strong bearish clue. So take a look what happened right here. With the strong bearish candle, the market violated the range of the mother's bar to the downside. And of course, it is a very, 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 very important bearish clue. But moreover, analyzing the price action, traders, you can see that right here, we also have a perfect example of a double top formation with the low high. And the neckline of this double top was based on that intraday support. Yes, you can see that in the past it was a resistance. After the breakout, it turned into support, and the price perfectly respected that. And it turned out that the price violated the neckline of that pattern to the downside. And for me, it is a very important trigger. And once the price violates the neckline, then what I do, I set my sell limit order on a retest of a broken neckline, and I expect bearish continuation. First of all, traders, let's discuss where should be our stop loss. Our safe stop loss trading double tops is always lying above the highs. Yes, it gives us very high protection, such as stop placement. And how about our targets? Our targets are based on the closest strong structures, right? So our task then will be to identify this closest strong structures. The first structure that I see is right here. That is the first strong intraday support that was respected by the market recently. So here will be our initial target for the trade. And once that structure is reached, we will close 50% of our profits. Where is our next structure. Our next structure, traders, is right here. Yes, it is the next strong structure support from where just recently the market bounced. You can see that the market was trading in a local bearish trend, but once that support was reached, the market started to grow sharply. So we definitely should take into consideration that structure as well. So here will be our second target. Here is our trade, traders. And now what we are doing, we are patiently waiting for the test of the broken neckline, because there is our sell limit order line. Yes, I hope everything is clear in my analysis, traders. I hope you got the point. I hope you feel the logic. Let me know, traders, if this trading setup makes sense to you, and let me know if you agree with me. The last thing, by the way, that I forgot to add right here is the so-called break-even point. You know, with my students, we always start protection of our trading positions earlier, before the market reaches the target. Somewhere above our initial target, just a couple of pips above that, we will have the so-called break-even point. How we apply that point? Once the market reaches that level, we just take our stop loss and move it to entry, making our position risk-free. Yes, that is how we apply the position protection. Yes, and I really want you to apply that technique as well. By the way, remember that this week we have a lot of news. We have a lot of events in the economic calendar. The inflation, a lot of stuff. For that reason, the market can be chaotic and volatile as well. And of course, there is no guarantee that this setup will play out. It is the probabilities game at the end of the day. So if the price breaks that trend line to the upside, if we see a violation, daily candle close above that trend line, it will most likely push the pair higher. Yes, I hope that makes sense to you as well. Now about your questions. So I promised you to analyze gold and silver. Yeah, let's start with gold first. Yeah, I promised Chris to analyze. I promised Olaidi to analyze gold. Yeah, so I will be happy to do that. Alice says, "Who is the gentleman? He's very attractive." Thank you so much, Alice. That is very cute. So, on the last week live stream, we analyzed gold together, and it turned out that this last few days gold is very slow. You can see, traders, that we are trading at the moment within a quite narrow range, but at the same time, remember that we are trading in a bearish trend globally. Yes, and from the beginning of the year we are falling, we are setting low highs and low lows. So be prepared that globally gold is bearish and it will most likely drop to new lows soon. But now let's take a look what is happening on the intraday perspective. By the way, traders, if you enjoyed this live stream, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, it motivates to do this live streams more often for you. So please don't forget to like it. It is very important. So we are on a 4-hour time frame, and here price action is very telling in my view. The fact is that you can see that for some time the price sets equal lows, respecting that support. And if we extend that, we can see that it is a very important intraday support that was respected many times in a row in the past by the market participants. And for now, sellers cannot violate that. At the same time, right here, we also have a strong resistance. So technically speaking, gold right now is consolidating. We are trading right now within this trading range. Yes. So in order to catch bearish continuation, right here, traders. For now, what I would suggest waiting for a bearish breakout of the support of that range. If we close below that on a 4-hour, it will most likely initiate a bearish continuation to current low. Yes, so that will be the trigger that you should look for to short. Those, by the way, who are scalping gold, those who trade gold on 15-minute short, 30-minute short, I would also recommend trading the boundaries of that range. You can look for the test of the resistance of that range, look for some kind of confirmation and then short, or you can wait for the test of the support, look for some kind of confirmation and buy. Yes, but my advice to you is, if you trade structure levels, if you trade support and resistance, remember that you should always rely on some kind of confirmation before you open a trading position. Structure trading alone, in my view, is not that efficient. So always remember about confirmations. So for now on gold, we are waiting for a breakout. We don't know how much time the market will stay within that range. Occasionally gold becomes very weak and only important fundamentals make it move. So let's wait. Let me know, by the way, traders, what are your expectations from gold? What do you expect? Are you bullish or bearish? If we, by the way, break the resistance of that range, if, for example, we have very bullish news for gold and we violate the resistance of the range to the upside, I won't buy, because looking left, you can see that we have a lot of resistances like here, lying very close to each other. We have very wide zone of supply right here, and in my view, buying gold will be very risky after breakout. Now let's take a look at silver. And traders, let me know if you have any questions. Yes, let me know if you have something else to ask me about. Let's take a look at silver and let's check what is the situation on silver at the moment. So similar to gold, analyzing a daily time frame, we can see that silver is trading in a bearish trend. Yes, and for a very long period of time. By the way, this one is trading, technically speaking, this one is trading in a bearish trend from the beginning of 2021. Yeah, so we are in the bearish trend for more than a year, almost 2 years we are trading in a bearish trend. So of course that determines our directional bias, and that fact makes us very bearish. Now zooming in the chart, what do we see right here? The fact is that the market recently started a very nice correctional movement. We reached that low, from that we bounced, that set a higher low, and then a new higher high. And the price here formed this very strong zone of supply from where this bearish movement initiated. And it looks like traders, here, let's check, by the way, we have an trend line here. We kind of respected that support. Yes, we reached that support based on the last high level. And from that, the market started to recover. Now, if we open the intraday time frames, if we open a 4-hour time frame here on silver, you can see that for some time, silver was trading within this expanding wedge pattern, right? A very nice expanding wedge pattern right here with the contracting, with the expanding price action within. And you can see that the resistance of the wedge was broken to the upside. We broke that to the upside, we closed above that, and then we retested that. So locally, this one looks bullish to me. And I believe, traders, that we can expect a local bullish continuation on silver. I think, traders, that this one may bounce at least to that resistance. Yes, you can see that here we have some intraday structural resistance respected many times in the recent past. So I would expect a bullish continuation to that. If the price breaks that resistance to the upside, I believe that then silver can go even higher. And the next goal for for buyers might be that resistance. I hope, traders, everything is clear. Yes, I hope that you follow my analysis and it makes sense to you. Bayu says, any yen pairs that we can trade intraday, Vasily? Bayu, I guess concerning yen pairs, let me check what I have for you to share. I guess Euro yen. Euro yen should be on focus right now. The fact is, dear Bayu, that just recently Euro yen trading in a strong bullish trend violated that zone of supply to the upside. Yes, we got a very strong resistance right here that the price violated with the high momentum bullish candle. And analyzing the price action, analyzing the structures, the closest strong resistance that I see so far on Euro yen is that major rising trend line. Here it goes. And I believe that the market may easily reach that. So I think that from that broken structure, from that area, that area right now turned into a buy zone. And from that, we can expect a bullish continuation to the trend line. If you missed the breakout, if you missed the retest of that broken structure, I would recommend you watching carefully that area. Wait for the retest of that area, then look for a confirmation to buy. Chances will be very high that Euro yen will bounce from that. Yes, so pay close attention. Nice to see Christina right here. Nice to see you. Thank you for watching this trading session live. Now, I saw a question about WTI oil. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at WTI traders, and let me be frank about WTI crude oil. So I guess I made around 3 wrong forecasts on oil in a row so far. After the OPEC meeting, unfortunately, my technicals temporarily don't work. Yes, unfortunately, with the manipulations around oil, unfortunately, it's quite hard for now to make predictions. We have a lot of false breakouts, false violations, and unfortunately for now, the market doesn't really respect the structures. But as we know, it is always at some moment the market returns back to normal conditions and starts respecting the technicals again. So our task here is just to wait. The first thing that we can derive analyzing a daily time frame is the fact that here we are trading in a bearish trend. Yes, and reaching that structurally the market started a correctional movement. The point is that when I was analyzing the reaction of the price, for example, to that trend line, it turned out that you can see how perfectly that trend line was respected in the past by the market participants and how nice bearish moves we saw from that. And you can see that when the market bounced after the OPEC meeting, we violated that trend line to the upside, and it turned out that it was a false breakout. Moreover, right here, we also got a horizontal structure that was broken to the upside as well. And it turned out that it was a false breakout as well. So we got 2 false breakouts in a row. Yes, and that is quite unfortunate. And it's really hard to say what exactly to deal with this breakouts. And it turned out that we kind of have right here this brand new trend line. Yes, and it looks like at least that trend line is respected for now. So anyway, we made a conclusion together that we are trading in a bearish trend right here. Yeah, and here we set a little high again. So let's just be on the side of the trend, and let's guess that this one will simply keep falling. Yes, watching how the market acted in the past, watching this very bearish price action, let's make a prediction that this one will keep falling to current level. Yeah, that is all for now that I see here on oil. Let me know, traders, if you have any questions. Also, don't forget to like this live stream. It is very, 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 very important. Shy Valley says, hi, can you explain what time frame and what confirmation is needed to take the trade after breakout and retracement? Of course, so let me return back to the pound dollar trade. So we spotted right here on the pound dollar that trend line. Yes, the trend line was spotted on a daily. That is the key level. The trend line is the key vertical structure. From key level, we consider that it is safe to trade. So once the key level is reached, we are looking for some confirmation. Our confirmation is the reversal pattern that is formed on intraday timeframes. In that example, in that particular example, we have a double top formation. Yes, our trigger that we're looking for is the breakout of its neckline. Once the neckline is broken, once we see the candle close below the neckline, that confirms the breakout. And then we set our limit order on a retest. Yes, that is how we treat Valley. I hope it is clear. Now, I see a question about Aussie Cat from Michael. Let's take a look at Aussie Cat briefly and let's check what is the situation on Aussie Cat at the moment. So, Aussie Cat, the fact is that we are trading here in the bearish trend. Yes, we are trading here in the bearish trend, and you can see, my friend, that right here we have this major falling trend line. You can see that in the past, that trend line was perfectly respected by the market participants. And from that trend line, the market initiated correctional movements in the past. You can see that recently, once we reached that trend line, we already bounced. And yeah, and you can see how nicely the market reacted to that trend line. What we can expect right now here, I guess, first of all, we can expect right here the test of that resistance. It is the closest strong resistance that we see. Once that resistance is reached, let me by the way check. I remember that here should be a trend line as well, a falling trend line. Yeah, here it goes. Yeah. So the goal for buyers right now is that horizontal structure. Once it is reached, wait for its bullish breakout. If the price breaks that to the upside, then the next goal for buyers will be that trend line. And from that trend line, you can look for shorting opportunities, expecting a bearish trend continuation. So locally, bias is very bullish. I believe that the pair will keep growing from that trend line. Now, Mohammed asked to analyze your dollar and Aussie dollar. Let's take a look at your dollar first. So let's, by the way, redraw this channel. We are on a daily time frame traders, and remember that on your dollar, we are trading within this major falling channel. And for now, the price perfectly respects the boundaries of the channel, and once recently, a strong bearish movement initiated. The price reached that support, and here we are growing again. What we should look for on euro dollar, we should look for the test of that trend line for now. For now, it is the closest strong resistance from where the next strong bearish movement may initiate. So I really want you to monitor that trend line carefully, and I really want you to wait for the test of that. It looks like buyers are pushing heavily right now, and it looks like they will manage to reach that trend line. So for now, this one is on focus. Considering Aussie dollar, so on Aussie dollar, we are trading in a bearish trend as well, and if you follow me on Telegram, channel, you know that recently we spotted together a breakout of that horizontal range. We spotted right here this bearish flag, and after its breakout, the market dropped nicely. And now the market is returning back to the broken support of the flag. So from here, I will look for shorting opportunities. Yes, being trend following traders, for us, that structure is a very strong resistance to pay close attention to. So I assume that the next trend pulling movement may initiate from that. Mohammed, please, if you enjoy, if you agree with my analysis, and if my analysis helped you, please don't forget to like this live stream. Now I see a question from Uzaif about natural gas. Let's take a look. By the way, if you follow my Telegram channel, you know that I made a very nice prediction here on natural gas. So earlier we spotted together this head and shoulders pattern, this big head and shoulders pattern, and we made a prediction that its bearish breakout will trigger bearish continuation. And you can see how perfectly the market reached our goal. What I expect right now on focus is that support that the market is approaching right now. I believe that the market will manage to violate that, and I believe that gas will even drop to that support. Yes, so be prepared for a bearish continuation right here. I believe that this one can go even lower. Now, I see a question. Wait a second. Yusuf says, "Hi Vasily, do you recommend using multi-chart layout on TradingView to do multi-time frame analysis?" Yusuf, to be honest, I don't really like how this one is implemented. So it is easier to go through the time frames manually than to have multiple layouts. In my view, when you use multiple layouts, you miss a lot of details. Yes, even though such a format is very attractive. Yes, analyzing the charts in such a format, of course, it looks so cool. It looks like you are a pro trader monitoring so many charts simultaneously. But the fact is it is more convenient to open big chart that on your entire screen and switch time frames manually. Yeah, I guess that would be the best solution. Question about pound yen from Jazz Pro. Let's take a look at pound yen. So on pound yen, I see contradiction right now. So first thing to note about pound yen is the fact that we broke a very strong resistance right here. Yes, we got a very strong horizontal resistance that the market violated, and we closed above that with the high momentum bullish candle. Of course, traders, it is a very important bullish clue. Of course, it is a very important bullish signal, and such a breakout will most likely push the market higher. So if you are a swing trader, definitely pound yen is a very good pair for buying right now. But if you are an intraday trader, the situation is a bit different. The point is that if we open the intraday time frames, let me show you what I saw right here. So here on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that we got this rising trend line. On intraday time frames, we had this rising trend line from where we saw very nice bullish movements. And it turned out that the price broke that trend line to the downside. You can see that here we got a confirmed violation of that trend line. That breakout right here gives us the contradiction. So on a daily time frame, we have a very bullish signal, but on 4-hour time frame, we have a very bearish signal. And when we see such kind of a contradiction, the best strategy to follow is to stay away from trading such an instrument. Yes, so for now, I would suggest either let the price drop lower to that support and look for buying from here, or to let the price bounce first to confirm that that breakout is false, right? So for now, if you are trading pound yen on intraday time frames, be very, 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 very careful. Jordan, I analyzed your dollar already. Please check the recording if you missed that. Michael Aussie Cat also analyzed already. Please check the recording. I analyzed this one for you. Then Aussie New Zealand and Pound Cat. Let's take a little look at Aussie New Zealand. Aussie New Zealand. On Aussie New Zealand, where's Aussie New Zealand? Here it goes. So, important breakout attempt on Aussie New Zealand. You can see, traders, that on Aussie New Zealand pair, we have that horizontal structure. Very strong one. It was a very strong resistance in the past. After the breakout, it turned into support, was nicely respected. And now we have its breakout attempt. Yes, you can see that at the moment, we are trying to break that structure. What else do we have right here? We have this trend line. So technically speaking, Aussie New Zealand is currently trading within a very important decision zone based on that contracting range. So if we break that blue zone to the downside, it will push the price lower. Yes, we'll expect a bearish continuation. But if we respect this one, if we bounce and return back above its upper boundary, then we will expect a trend following movement. So for now, we expect the accumulation of buying volumes within that zone. But you can see that for now that candle is so strong. So I would suggest waiting for now. Wait for some kind of breakout. That will clarify you the future direction of the market. Traders, please don't forget to like this live stream if you enjoy that. Yes, it is very important and it motivates to do more live streams for you. Many members are asking to analyze gold. Dear friends, we already analyzed gold. I guess this one was analyzed around 10 minutes ago. So please check the recording. Yes, we analyzed gold on a daily, and also we analyzed the intraday perspective as well. So please check that. Thank you for analyzing Euro and Aussie. I'm under net position loss of 25k USD. Mohammed, if you have such a substantial loss at the moment, I would suggest switching to demo. Yeah, I would suggest that you should spend a couple of months on a demo account if you have such a substantial loss. You know, it looks like some important element in your trading strategy is missing. Probably some flaws in risk management or trade management. So please, in order to not lose more money, switch to demo for now. Yeah, even though many people criticize demo account trading, in my view, it is very, 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 very good way to learn to be disciplined. Yeah, so please consider that. Now, Yash asked to analyze European. Yash, I hope you saw a very strong structure on European from where the pair bounced. On European, what I spotted a trend line. Take a look. I hope you see this trend line. This one, so nice right here. And this one matched perfectly with that horizontal structure. So you can see that right here, European reached a very nice point of confluence from where the market bounced. And at the moment, what do we see? At the moment, we see right here a double bottom on a 4-hour. And you can see that here we have quite strong intraday resistance that the market is approaching right now. So we are trading within that range. Yes, and the next bullish movement will be expected after a breakout of that range's resistance once we close above that on a 4-hour. Bullish continuation will be expected to that resistance. Yes, that is the plan right here. Alternatively, if you are bearish, if you believe that this one should drop lower, I would suggest you waiting for a breakout of that trend line and that horizontal structure. Once we break and close below and there's two structures, and then a bearish continuation will be expected. Aussie yen. Aussie yen. Question from Patrick about Aussie yen pair. What do we see on Aussie yen at the moment? The market, it looks like the market perfectly respected that support, that daily structure support from where the strong bullish movement initiated. And now we are closer and closer to that resistance. From that resistance, I will look for shorting opportunities. From that resistance, I will look for some pullback trade. For now, I see no pattern right here to pay close attention to. So for now, that structure will be on my focus. However, remember that technically speaking, the pair is trading in a long-term bullish trend. So if we break and close above that on a daily, it will push the pair much higher. So if you're a breakout trader, consider breakout of that horizontal structure. Now, a lot of questions about dollar yen pair from Sector and Maple and Saeed. Questions about dollar yen. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What is the situation in dollar yen? So, dollar yen pair. By the way, for now I have nothing to say about the intraday perspective. Intraday perspective is very bullish. Yes, we are trading in a sharp bullish trend right here. That is the fact, and that is the only conclusion that we can make. You can see how perfectly the market for now respects that trend line. The question is, where can be our next resistance on dollar yen? And take a look what I spotted on the monthly time frame. On the monthly time frame, looking left at structure, you can see that the market easily violated the 25 years high. Yes, even though this one was very important 25 years ago, you can see how easily we violated that to the upside. And the closest strong resistance that we see for now on dollar yen is right here. Yes, around 160 levels. So it looks like yen may keep growing. Yeah, it looks like the next long-term goal for buyers is updated, and yeah, be prepared for bullish continuation. By the way, traders, for the entire summer, the entire autumn, I tell you, don't short the yen. Yes, don't go against the trend right here. I told you many times that this one right here is very bullish. It is very sharply bullish, and shorting that, you will go against the crowd. And being intraday traders, chances are phenomenally high that you will be stopped out. So please, especially if you're learning, if you're a newbie trader, don't go against the trend. Trade with the trend. It is always simpler to trade with the trend, in my view. Vikas asks to analyze long-term perspective on gold. Of course. So let's open the weekly time frame and let's check the situation. By the way, don't forget to like this live stream. Yes, I will always repeat that, but traders, it is very important. It is very important, and it really helps my channel's growth. So please don't forget to do that. So on a weekly time frame on gold, the fact is that we broke that major weekly structure support to the downside. We retested that and we were rejected heavily. So it is a very bearish clue, and of course it will most likely push gold much lower. And the closest strong weekly support that we see is right here. So you can see that just analyzing the structure, gold can easily miss 11% more. Yeah, so be prepared for that. If we analyze some daily structures, on a daily, I also see some structure right here, 1570. Yes, it can be the midterm goal for sellers. So be prepared for a bearish continuation to 1575. And then if the price breaks that, then to 1470. Yeah, so very bearish outlook right here. Pound cat. Yeah, of course, sorry, forgot about Peon Cat. Let's check what is up with this one. So, on Peon Cat, the first thing to note, traders, is that recently we broke that trend line. Let's, by the way, draw it this way. Yeah, we got this major falling trend line right here that was broken to the upside. We retested that, we bounced. And last week the price set a new high close here on Peon Cat. Yes, you can see that we violated that resistance to the upside and we set a new high close. And the price reached that resistance. So for now the situation right here is very tricky. Technically speaking, we are trading between two very strong structures, between that resistance and that support. So, of course, this one looks bullish to me, and probabilities will be high that Peon Cat will keep growing. You know, I am really bullish right here. But at the same time, let me remember. I remember I got some trend line right here. Yeah, we got a trend line here on an hourly time frame. Yeah, this one. This one went broken to the new side, and of course it is very bearish clue. So this one here looks very, I would say, dualistic. Yes, we have some reasons to be bearish right here and some reasons to be bullish. So for now, the safest strategy is to wait for the test of that resistance and try to short from that resistance. Buying now, in my view, is very risky, and selling right now is very risky. So be very careful. What's your biggest tip for small account traders? Says Jordan. For small account traders don't chase big profits. Yes, you should remember that trading performance is measured in percentages. Yes, and your goal is to learn to make profit in percentages of your account. So if you are trading with $100 account and you make, for example, 5% monthly with 1% risk, it is a very good result, and you can scale that result on bigger accounts. So you should look for percentages, not the nominal values. Yes, I hope you got what I am trying to say, Jordan. Said says, love you, bro. You're always helpful. I really respect you from depths of my heart. May God bless you with everything. Thank you, Said. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I truly appreciate that you watch this live streams and that you ask your questions. It's so funny that always this adult dating site appears. It is so I don't know why the hell they always appear in the middle of the live stream. Yeah, and traders, I hope that you realize that it is the the spam. Yeah, so please, I am asking them kindly not to spam there again, and if you see this messages, traders, please mark them as spam. It will help not to flood the chat. Now, US 30 index question from Valley. Let's take a look what is the situation. So on US 30, the situation is very tricky, by the way. The fact is that for some time we were ranging, yes, we were trading within that range, and it turned out that we violated the resistance of that range. So because we are trading in a bearish trend, because the index is bearish, I am still looking for shorting. And for now, the closest resistance on focus will be that structure. I will be waiting for the test of that structure, and once it is reached, I will look for the confirmation to sell. Yes, so pay close attention to that resistance. If that one is broken to the upside, though, the next resistance on focus will be that resistance. And by the way, many of you asked me why US 30 is growing right now. What is the reason? I want to remind you that on a weekly time frame, Here on the left, we have that major weekly structure cluster. Yes, you can see that that structure is phenomenally important, and you can see how many times in a row that one was respected by the market participants in the past. That is the main reason why it is growing. It is a very strong support from where of course we expected a bullish accumulation. So there is no surprise that the market is growing from that. Yeah, so for now I believe that the market will manage to reach at least that resistance. So locally bullish buys. By the way, if you want to buy this one, consider an occasional retest of that broken structure. From here, you can look for buying opportunities. Yeah. Now, Michael says, please, after breakout on daily time frame, we should wait for retest on daily or small time frame. Michael, if you analyze the daily, you should look for a retest on a daily. Yes, so you should perceive all the time frames separately. Yes, if you start analyzing a daily time frame, you spotted a strong structure on a daily, you need a daily breakout of that, and then you're looking for a retest on a daily. Yes, and same thing with lower time frames. For example, you spotted a strong trend line on the 4-hour. You need 4-hour breakout of that, 4-hour retest. Yes, I hope it makes sense to you. Yeah, so Christian asked to analyze US30 as well. Yes, I hope you enjoyed. Elvira says, so good analysis like always. Thank you so much. Victor says, hey bro, can you advise on scalping 5 minutes? What strategy is best? Victor, in my view, so this price action top-down strategy is the best. And by the way, on a live stream with my students yesterday, we discussed the scalping strategy. So if you want to scalp on lower time frames, I would suggest you the combination of 4-hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, yeah, or 4-hour or hourly, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, yeah, something like that. So let me show you what you do. So you open an hourly time frame, and on an hourly time frame, you are looking for key levels. Yes, you're looking for key structures. Here are your key structures. Then, so your first time frame is the hourly time frame. If you want to scalp, you look for key levels on an hourly. Here's your structure analysis. Then once one of the key levels is reached, you start looking for confirmations. First, look for confirmation on 15-minute chart. Analyze the 15-minute chart and check what is the situation there. Check if you have any pattern there to buy or sell. You can see that at the moment we have no pattern right here. And the lowest time frame will be 5 minutes short. Yes, here you should look for some pattern. For now, we don't have any pattern right here, but take a look how the price reacted to that support recently. We got right here that major falling expanding wedge pattern. And within that wedge right here, the price formed a double bottom. The price violated the neckline, the resistance of the wedge. We got its retest. You set your stop loss below the lows of the pattern, and your target is the high. Yes, so here's your scalping trade. Yeah, so same logic that I teach you on higher time frames, but you apply these rules on lower time frames. Yes, combination hourly, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Yes, that is the strategy for you. Dollar Swiss. Question from Harry. Let's take a look, Harry. Thank you for watching, by the way, Harry, this live stream. I hope you enjoy this one. Traders, let me know what are your thoughts about this live stream, by the way. Let me know how are you feeling about such a format. Yeah, share with me some feedback, please. So Dollar Swiss here recently reached a strong resistance. Yes, remember, traders, that recently we reached that major resistance. Yes, based on the year's high. And no surprise, from that resistance, the market dropped. And at the moment, the pair is approaching that support. So you can see that for now, dollar Swiss is stuck between two structures, between that support and that resistance. And the next move will be confirmed after breakout of one of the structures. If a break and close below that support, it will push the market lower to that support. Let me underline that. Here it goes. And if the price breaks that resistance to the upside, if we have a daily candle close above that, it will push the market higher. So it is all about breakouts. So I would suggest you waiting for a breakout right here. Alternatively, if you are an intraday trader, I also would suggest you trading these two structures. You can look for the test of the support, wait for a confirmation, and buy, and wait for the test of the resistance, wait for the confirmation, and sell. Yes, these are my thoughts about dollar Swiss. Now, dollar index, question from Saeed and the Unveil. Let's take a look at dollar index. Yeah, so dollar index, what do we have right here? The first thing to note about dollar index, of course, is that we are trading in a bullish trend, and here high values are perfectly respecting that trend line. Yes, we have a major rising trend line right here. And it looks like the market started a correctional movement from that 114 level, and for now we are locally falling right here. So for now, what I would suggest waiting for the test of that trend line. I believe that from that trend line, the next bullish movement will initiate. Yes, and by the way, those who are bearish on dollar index, remember that bearish movement on dollar index will be confirmed only after breakout of that trend line. Once it is broken, bearish continuation will be expected to that support. Now let's briefly, by the way, check the intraday perspective if we have something interesting there. So what do we have here? Let's try to, so we have this trend line, we have a falling wedge pattern right here. The market is contracting within the boundaries of that wedge. So your plan for now will be to let the price trade within the wedge, let the price reach that major trend line, and then look for a breakout. That can be your trigger for further bullish continuation. Yeah, so that is the plan for dollar index. Traders, please don't forget to like this live stream. It is very important. Please do that, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Euro New Zealand question from Oliver. Let's take a look at this one. So Oliver, on Euro New Zealand pair, what we have at the moment, we have the trend line. Let me remember from where I was drawing that trend line, probably from here. Yeah, so that is our trend line, and here is our strong resistance. Yes, so by the way, a bit lower right here, we have this horizontal support. So if the pair breaks that support, the trend line, and that blue zone to the downside and close below that, then we will expect a bearish movement to that support. Yes, bearish continuation will be expected to that structure. If, however, we break that resistance to the upside, then a bullish movement will be expected. It is again a moment of indecision. You can see that for 3 weeks already, the pair is ranging. We are contracting and we are trading within a very narrow range. So in such a situation, as always, the best strategy to follow is to wait for breakout. McDonald says, how I know when the area to place my take profit or stop my trade when making profits? Sorry, McDonald, I don't really got your question. Let me read that again. How I know when the area to place my take profit or stop my trade? Sorry, please try to paraphrase because I don't really get your question. Patrick says your analysis is great and systematic, and really that you can hold more frequent live sessions and get more likes. Thank you, Patrick. Don't forget that I do daily live sessions for my students. Yeah, so if you want more daily sessions, you can check my trading academy as well. Yusuf says, Vasily, have you seen how powerful flag patterns, double tops and bottoms are on 1 hour time frame on all instruments? Yusuf, so I have an experience trading crypto, stocks, commodities, indexes, forex, and in my view, these price action patterns are efficient everywhere. But these patterns are efficient if they formed on key levels. Yeah, so if you trade these patterns randomly beyond key levels, they are not that accurate. But being formed on key levels, they are very, very accurate. So try to combine structure levels and price action patterns. Victor says, Vasily, the sessions are awesome and very helpful. I will support you all the way. Thank you, Victor. Thank you. So, traders, I guess that is the great moment to finish our today's live stream. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope, traders, that you like it. Yeah, last question. Let's briefly take a look at EURUSD, and then we will finish. So on EURUSD, Oliver, you can see that here we got a major falling trend line, and it turned out that the market closed above that trend line. We got a confirmed breakout. So it makes me think that the pair will keep growing right now, and the next resistance that I see is right here. Yes, based on that high. So bullish continuation to this one is expected right now. Thank you so much for being with me today, traders. Thank you. Let me know how can I improve this live stream. Let me know if you have some thoughts, some comments. I will see you on weekend. I will record some good video for you on Saturday. Yes, thank you for so nice discussion, so many questions today, so many nice comments. I really like that fact. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon, dear traders. Thank you.